Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy.
And I'm Paz.
And this is, and I'm going to say this wrong because I think I did last time, I'm going to say Allegaeon. But I may be wrong. Let's go with a hard G. Allegaeon. Nah, it doesn't sound right, does it? I'm going for Allegaeon. If I'm wrong, I don't care. A song called Grey Matter Mechanics. I've done a Allegaeon song before. It had Bjorn Strid from Soilwork. I can't remember the name of the song. I think it was Proponent for Sentience, I think. Look it up. It's somewhere back in my videos, and I loved it. I get a lot of requests to do more of their songs, so here we are, basically. If you've requested it recently, I'm sorry I'm not name checking you, but I do get a lot of requests for this band. You don't really know this band, do you?
No,
I haven't got their album.
I can't remember that one with Bjorn Strid on it either.
It's
even though Bjorn Strid seems to be on quite.
He is. He's on everybody's.
I think he's on the new Shirley Bassey single.
He is on. He is singing with everyone. If you've not seen the Lost Domain video that we did last week or whenever it was, very recently, it's by a band called Lost Domain. Bjorn Strid's on that. Go and check that out because it's just great. And their album's really good too. But this is about Allegaeon, who I still think I'm saying wrong for some reason. I've got a distant memory of someone correcting how I said it last time, but again, I haven't bothered to look it up. So yeah, these are like I haven't got the album, but they're like really technically proficient, to say the least. But they had a really good musicality with it, so it wasn't all technical whittling where it was just look how clever we are. It had a really good kind of, it was a really good song that you could sing along to. I mean, that helps. Bjorn Strid was on it singing the chorus, as he tends to turn up singing the chorus on things. He isn't on this one.
Well, we'll have to find out how much he is.
Yeah, should we just hire him to do... I'll get him to do, hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words, how much do you think that'll cost,
The thing is, you can ask him. That's the thing.
Yeah, I guess so, setting myself up now. Right, I have no money, so I'm not going to do that. Right. Might as well just get on with it, because I have not heard this song. Yes, I've heard the band. They do some really cool cover songs as well. That's when I first heard them. It was doing a Rush cover. And I can't remember which Rush cover it was, but they were really good. So I think I built them up enough that I hope this isn't terrible after saying all of it.
Let's get rocking.
They got a fair sized fan base, I think, but not big enough, and not enough people are buying their stuff. The old story. have a rest. I just love these sort of playthrough things.
I was going to mention that at the end. I think having a playthrough just really showcases how good metal musicians are.
Yeah, and you know, as far as I'm aware, these people are not super famous. They're just people who are brilliant at what they do. Don't take themselves too seriously, kind of thing. The last video, the one with Beyond Street, he was singing, the guy who's on screen right now, who's their singer, and for the video he had like a paper puppet of Beyond Street, just doing whenever Beyond Street sang, he did his part with this paper puppet. They don't take this so seriously, but just great. And the thing about the Spanish guitar at the beginning, I've said this before as well, you don't get to be this good just playing your 5 metal chords kind of thing. You kind of have to, I think, you've got to be into music and all of its various styles and forms, and you have to be able to kind of, you don't have to incorporate it all in like these guys have incorporated that in just so well, but I think you have to have an interest and do a little study outside of your narrow genre. And if you're going to incorporate those things, you see bands incorporating jazz, or they'll incorporate whatever these different styles. Classical is, an obvious one that gets incorporated. It makes you a bigger musician. It gives you more range, doesn't it, to your technique and all of that sort of thing.
And the level that they're playing, I can only really speak for guitar players really, it is a commitment. It is 5 years of playing seriously.
I've kind of
hours,
focused.
hours upon hours every day. Because I did it hours. I used to get home from school, get the guitar, and play for 3-4 hours, maybe longer. So when they say, "Oh, we've got to do 8 hours a day for 5 years," that's that's the commitment you have to put in if you want to be really good.
Yeah,
to the level of this. I mean, you can always learn 3 songs and join a band like some people do.
Yeah, where you can play your 5 metal chords.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with playing music for fun, is there? Of course. And and you write a song that's simple but you enjoy playing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. But if you want to be anywhere near this kind of level, you have to have put in. You've got to have dedicated yourself to it. You've got to have put in a ton of hours.
Yeah.
And so that's why when I like these playthrough things, which is where we came in, is that you get to see that, because you see live videos and you can't really it's too fast, people jumping around and all that. You can't really see it. And if they make a promotional video in the traditional sense, it's usually been edited within an inch of its life, and they've got special effects and all of that, which again you can't see. But these are it's just like, here it is out in the open in a well lit room kind of thing, and you can see exactly what's going on. You'll have to go back and see the other video, because watching what they play just in the first minute, to me, is mind-boggling. I've got a question for you, actually. Now, I'll ask you at the end.
Okay.
There'll be a question at the end. I've got a question for you.
Sam got on the $300.
Yeah, thanks.
Jesus Christ.
And it's just, it makes me want to just go now and click another one. You know, it just makes me want to watch another one. I haven't forgotten my question.
They are, especially that solo, it's so clean and so well performed, and they made it look easy, which means they've put the hours in and the practice in to get to that level. And at times for me it seems like such a shame that people of such skill aren't more well known, are not in the mainstream or anything like that, and it's one thing that does annoy me about mainstream music is there's very little instrumentation in it. It's all beats, and certainly not on this level, and especially the mainstream, when they often see metal as a noise, and it's not a noise. When you look at it, you think, oh God, these are amazing, but I just find it a bit of a shame, really, that in our genre we have such talented musicians, as talented as you are gonna get in any field, and they're just it's
marginalised.
Metal, it's all like it's bit metal. It's just a lot of noise, isn't it?
However, I do have a thought about this too.
I just find it a shame that. But then again, it feels like there are our secret in metal that we know how good it is. Let's just leave it at that.
That brings another thought. So the first one is, this is music for musicians.
True, yeah.
So I'm not saying that you can't enjoy it if you're not a musician, but I think if you are a musician, you see it on another level. You know, you're watching. Paz is a really good guitarist. He will never admit to it, but he's a really, really good guitarist. And you're watching that because can't play the guitar at all. I know like 3 chords. I can't name them. I just know where they are. But anyway, so you're watching that on a different level. You're watching what he's doing. You're watching his sweeps. There you go. There's all my guitar knowledge out the window. You're watching, you're watching what he's playing, and you're seeing like, "Ooh, that was good. How he got from there to there, or whatever." As you can see, I'm really describing this well. Whereas your average consumer hears a lot of notes. You know, they just hear a lot of notes, and I guess to some people it might be a little overwhelming. Certainly with the big death metal vocals on it. And I think that keeps them marginalised. But the people who do appreciate it really appreciate it. So the core audience for this will love it. Like I love it. And I'm not a guitarist, but I do play the drums. I am a musician of sorts. He says, insulting all the drummers out there. But I appreciate it. I'm watching what the drummers do. I'm listening to what the drummers do, and going, yeah, that's it. It's so accurate. It's so the speed of that, the speed of all of that was, it's not just, you're not just playing well. You're playing well at speed and keeping it all tight as a drum kind of thing. I've forgotten what my other point was because I've forgotten what you said.
But I don't.
But you're right. It is a shame that more people don't appreciate it.
And then when you see on the mainstream or people, they say, "Oh yeah, the Edge is the greatest guitar player ever,"
Yes.
Or that guy from REM or something. They know nothing. They know absolutely nothing.
But they've written some famous chords.
Yeah, and then you see some chap like that, or from
riffs rather.
I think the guys from Bloodshot Dawn are super talented as well. They obviously put their hours in, and technically amazing. Got a great bit of, like you say, musicality in there.
It's not just technical. So technical it's unlistenable, which I've had.
Yeah. I just want to go, stop it with you two. He's all right. He's quite good at what he does, but he's not this, is he?
No.
He's not as good as these lot.
No. Whereas these guys can write really listenable songs. It's really entertaining stuff, as well as being super technical. So I think, I'm kind of contradicting myself a little here. People who are not musicians can still get into this because it's entertaining. You know, it's got. I don't know what I'm trying to put my words in the right order, but you know, it's very listenable. Whereas some bands are super technical and not listenable. And I think that's what Dream Theater really kind of broke through in, like, super technical stuff, is that their songs were so listenable. Not sure if they're quite so listenable these days, but they were
that's a whole new video.
That's a whole new video, but yeah, but they are. But these guys are I just love it, and like I say, I just want to click on another video. I want to see another one because I just love it so much. But here's my question that I've been holding on to since halfway through that song. When you watch these guys play, I've played the guitar, right, a little, and I've tried to learn, and I just haven't got it. I haven't got that dedication. But when I try to play, all the guitarists are going to start laughing any second. I've got a death grip on this thing, so much so that my arm starts to hurt, and my fingers are starting to, and the ends of my fingers are on fire, and I'm kind of like that, so that by the time, after about 10 minutes, I'm like prizing my fingers open because I've got this terrible, and if I don't have a death grip on it, the notes don't come out right, you know, they just come out ding, ding, bong, ding, which is what my guitar playing sounds like. But when you watch these guys play, it looks like they're barely touching the strings. They're flying over the strings so quickly, it looks like they're literally just going, and they're not. Like it looks like the lightest of touch. Now, is it, or are they just?
That's the difference in learning to play the guitar on a £70 one you just bought from Argos, and something that's probably about £5,000 or something.
Right. I'm
not saying yours is from Argos, because I know it's better than that.
It wasn't.
But
I still couldn't play it.
But if you get a really, really expensive, not that it costs us anything to do, a really well made guitar, then first of all, if these guys have been playing for years and the tips of their fingers would be like concrete, yeah, so it just needs
mine are baby soft,
and they'll have lots of strength. It's lots of strength in these fingers that, you know, just a slight press will have an impact. But it's what is called the action. The action is the fretboard, is the space between the fretboard and the actual strings. The cheaper the guitar, so you've got, it'll be that, like that, obviously magnified, but what they're doing is it'll be like a really thin, like a Rizzler paper distance between the fretboard and the and the strings. Right. So it only just needs a little tap, little press.
But you have to, we're getting into,
so
but don't you have to bend the string around the fret? Don't you have to hold it down behind the fret, so you're bending it over the fret? Yeah,
but because you don't need that much pressure to press the string onto the fretboard, you don't need a death grip. You just need a little tap.
But these guys look like they're going tap 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 tap.
Yeah, because that's all it needs. And then on top of that, your skill is then to cleanly pick the notes. It's to do that and to be as quick and as clean as possible.
So even, you know, though I don't understand it, I can appreciate it. I can see that. I might not know what it is I'm seeing, but I can see something amazing. You know, I'm watching it going, I don't really know what's happening here, and it almost looks sped up in places, but I know it isn't. It's so I'm kind of in awe at the skill, which for me as a musician, I makes me appreciate it even more. But I think even for people who are not musicians would watch it and clearly see, and again, I don't know what's going on, but blimey, you know, that's like. But the thing's so entertaining, you know. His great Spanish guitar bit that they kind of, you know, you can incorporate anything into metal, but it's not necessarily done sympathetically. Whereas I thought that just like, yeah, you're in. But they were playing the same riffs when they went to the electric guitar, weren't they? Yeah. And it's all blended together. But yeah, there you go, Allegaeon.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah. If I'm saying that wrong, I don't care. I don't think Allegaeon will care either. Super entertaining, super technical. Go and check out their other stuff, but more importantly, go and buy their stuff, because these guys are not super famous, and so they won't be earning a lot of money. I say this on a lot of my videos, but there is very little money in being a musician. The top 0.0001% is where all the money is, and then everyone else is just scrabbling for what they can get. You know, you got this guy who's dedicated his life to his instrument, and he's working.
But they're doing it because
in an office or working somewhere.
Yeah,
you know,
they're doing it because they love it.
Because they love it.
And
Yeah.
you have to love that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're doing it for all the right reasons.
So yeah, they've done some great covers of other songs, but absolutely check them out. I love this. I absolutely love them. I wonder if I'd like the album as much. Because I like watching them play.
Yeah, when I watched the Unleash the Archers one, they did the Awakening playthrough.
I did that.
It's just so great to see them
play.
Just to watch them play. It'd be nice just to watch these people just play, just stand in the room and go, play a song.
Just
impress
if you're
me.
super rich, just hire them for the day. Just play here in my room.
I've been playing for years, but I still like to watch somebody who's better than me.
Yeah,
and these guys are much better than me.
It's someone who's mastered their craft, isn't it? But they still managed to keep the musicality. That's the thing. They haven't just gone so technical you can't listen to it. You know, it's all very clever and all, but they've lost the music.
I still get the buzz from
songwriting.
watching those couple of chaps then doing the guitar work. I still get the same buzz from watching that than I did watching Eddie Van Halen back in the day when I first got into metal, because it is my first guitar hero. Eddie Van Halen, some of his stuff is amazing. Then say Iron Maiden came along and the dual guitars, I was obsessed with it. I thought they were brilliant.
So there you go. Check them out, check everything out. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
See you now.
Bye.